to our big student voice event of the year for the learning community. Something that's very valued by us all. So a big thank you. We've had a very busy morning with lots going on, and our young people are very keen to show you what they've been doing. Neil, did you wish to bid a welcome to your lovely venue at all?
Yeah, thank you, yes. And welcome to fellow councillors who've joined us this afternoon. So Elaine from the Town Council, Amy, who's not a councillor but works for the District Council, Tom Linders, who's the current Deputy Mayor and will be Mayor in a couple of weeks' time, Brenda Hull, who's the Chairman of Mid Devon District Council, got County Councillor Des Hammond there, who represents Tiverton East, Sue Griggs, who's on the Town and District Council, and
I'm a teacher, David Good from Whitman.
lovely. So great. I've been here all morning, and I'm feeling a bit whack now because it's been such good fun, and there's been so much energy, and there's been so much things going on. I've really enjoyed it so far today, and I know from some of the comments that the children have made, they've enjoyed it immensely, and they've been having a whale of a time. And that's going to carry on this afternoon. So I'm looking forward to them presenting the ideas and the vote that will then happen. So thank you.
Right, well, they've been involved in two activities, and they'd like to tell you about those. And the first thing that we'll tell you about is the art world, which has been led by our art teacher at the high school, Jenny Basham, assisted by Emma. So thank you, Jenny.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, basically, we came up, we had the idea of creating a map of Tiverton, a giant map of Tiverton. So this is sort of our finished mural. And each of the young people had a piece of paper, and they had to draw on it a line drawing of a building from Tiverton. So we had some pictures up around the room that they could work on, and that was their background. Then on top of that, they had to draw in groups, come up with an idea in groups of something they would like to see happen in the town, so a change. And there was a budget of money, and it had to be a change that could be doable with that amount of money, basically. So they had to draw that on top of their original building. So the ideas that they come up with are in black pen, so you can see what they are, and the other drawings are in different colours. And then we stuck on a few of them onto the map where we think roughly they would happen in the town. So that's what we did with that. And I was so impressed with their ideas and their skills. It's been really lovely morning, I have to say. Worked extremely hard. So yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. So they've come up with 4 projects, okay, to spend Des's money. So
Only 5.
We've got 4 projects that they're going to present to you, and then we're all going to vote because it is Parliament Day. So we've got ballot papers here, and then the ballot boxes, so the polling station. So we'll explain that a little bit more. But Project A, James is going to talk about Project A. Where's James? Oh, come on, James. That's it.
Our group's project name is Gummy. Vincent thought the idea of the name, so it's alright. We're making this sort of robot thing that's collection, like chewing gum, bits, that's basically it actually. But it's to clean the streets. Chewing gum. What does that say?
To remove the chewing gum, isn't it, from the
Animal streets.
an animal bin.
Yeah, and an animal bin that makes a noise.
Who will it benefit?
It will benefit everyone.
How much do you think it will cost?
It will cost £1,000 probably a month.
Lovely. Well done. Excellent. Project B, Jack, you want to tell us about it?
Our project name is Street Art Shop, and stop graffiti on the streets because we noticed it was a problem and make Tiverton look a lot nicer. And it's where like teenagers can go and do graffiti in the shop and then like sell it so they can do what they like and get some money for it. And everyone will be benefited by it because it will make Tiverton look nicer and stop people hanging around the streets and stuff. And it costs roughly £1,000.
Well done. Project C, Lieta and Michelle. Michael Weaver, sorry.
Project name, Red Bird Reintroduction Game.
Well, basically, we would like rare birds to be released onto the canal. Some may think, what's the point of that? We could, that would bring tourism because there's lots of bird watchers out there who would love to come and see rare species of birds, and it'd be nice for the local community as well. And would bring tourist trade into the town and would help the town traders. There'll be lots of benefits, and people benefit a lot. Birds will benefit. The RSPB, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds, they'll benefit, and tourist traders because they'll bring money to the town. And I'm not sure how much it would cost may vary because we could pay, or the council could pay for the signage, whereas the RSPB are probably quite happy to release some of the birds onto the canal. The birds would probably be resident all year round, so the tourists would probably be coming in and out, seeing springtime young birds, and we can just put some signage. You done? And so we can put up hides and platforms for people who want to look up on the canal, and maybe little barge trips. Possibly. Might be a bit expensive.
Brilliant. And our final project, Project D, can we have Hannah, Natasha, Molly and Maddie, please?
Well, what I would do is it kind of like let children have a place to play, and like storytelling and
There'll be like storytelling and performances at the Pannier Market, and it will benefit like children mostly. And it will cost £6,000. 600.
Well done. Excellent. So just to recap for everyone, okay, because you're going to be voting on these projects now, which one to take forward. A was the gum goon, which is cleaning our streets. So we'll look at hiring out a machine that can remove chewing gum from the floor, and an animal bin that makes noise to encourage young children to put their rubbish in the bin. Project B is a street art project, and they were looking at empty shops in the town and perhaps opening that up so that children's artwork can be placed in them to make it a little bit more attractive. Project C was the rare birds, bringing them up to the canal, so perhaps create a lookout point or something around information about those. So that's C. And D is your outdoor activities. I think it was using the space at the Pannier Market for storytelling activities or performances in the summer holidays. All right? So I'm going to put these over here, one at a time. Please come up, take a ballot sheet, okay, and you're going to put an X against A, B, C, or D. Who's going to start us off? Front row, you going to come up? Make your vote and then pop it up in. Fold it. That's it. Yes. There. Another one there. This one there. And then James, there. Fold it up, yeah, and then Annie. Place it into the box.
When are you done? Like,
At the end of the session, you'll know the winner.
You're not supposed to see what I'm voting for.
Which one was that? That was the... Well, we are because we're adults. Oh, do you want me to see me voting, Lewis?
Oh no, it's not the AV, is it?
I'll have to pick a phone.
No, afraid not. I would like all four, or even all five.
Yes, it would be very good.
All four.
Lewis, this is a secret ballot. You shouldn't really be here.
Leave a box.
there you go. I'll put one in here. No?
You have to have a brand new voting book. You mustn't deface your voting book.
Spoiled papers.
Spoiled papers.
I have, definitely.
John, do you want
How many
one?
spoiled papers are there?
Sorry?
How many spoiled
Any spoiled papers?
This is A.
Goon. Oh, right. That's the thing that's going actually to do the job, is it?
Yes, I think so.
Welcome everyone. I've been working with these pupils yesterday, and we have been mostly doing fun drama type activities, which has allowed them a voice, it's allowed them a say. This is mostly their work, channeled by me, but mostly your work, isn't it? And they really want to tell you what they would like from the future of the school, the future of the community, and how they're feeling about that move to Tiverton High School. So, lots of smiles, really loud. Here's my group one. Up you go, boys, if you can. Do you want me to count you in? Would that help?
Don't mind.
Noah is in charge. Speaking of the experiences this morning. So now, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, children. Today we're going to be doing some maths, and we're going to be looking at square roots. So, does anybody know what the square root of 64 is? Is it 10? No. Is it 6? Right, nobody knows. The square root of 64 is 7. But sir, it's 8. Oh yes, Jake, you're right. Well done. I've been heard.
Satire, I'm asking. Yeah.
Comfort and support. What's wrong?
My best friend's leaving. Oh, well, sad. Wait, I thought I was your best friend.
Well, we'll be your best friends.
Yeah, we'll be your best friends anyway, yeah? Okay, alright. Let's comfort her. Friendship, would it? Friendship. Oh,
Friendship. Friendship.
right. Oh my god, when you're
Best friends forever.
now we're doing anticipation.
Yes, we all passed our exams.
Yes!
Are you okay?
Yeah. Do you know where room 66 is?
Oh, so I do. So we're here, right? You go across the corridor,
And up these stairs.
make a left turn there, and go all the way up the corridor into the left hand of room 66.
Okay, thanks.
Actually, we've got room 65 next. Don't come with us.
Okay.
Alright.
Excitement! Okay, come on children, sit down. Okay, welcome to the assembly. Okay, we're going to be giving out the certificates today. First up, can Molly come up please? This certificate is just for being plain helpful all around the school. Next up, can Maddie come up please? Well done for your excellent artwork, Hugo. Next up, please can Layla come up for your absolutely wonderful bird watching work. Next up, can Alex come up please? The most dramatic person we have in a group. And last, but definitely not least, can Meg come up please? Meg, this is being so helpful for the school barbecue. But last, I mean it this time, a certificate for me, because I am a legendary teacher, and these kids wouldn't have got the certificate without me. Different subjects. Do you want me to paint you? Okay. I love doing drama. Maths. Go geography! Eco-friendly. Oh look, wind turbine. Two of them. Should that? They're helping the future. determination. I'm going to win this race with charity.
I want to win this race so my family can be proud of me.
I'm going to win this race for the school.
I'm going to win this race so I can be proud of myself.
I'm going to win this race so I can be popular.
I'm going to win this race with my mum's proud.
I'm going to win this race to be well known.
On your marks,
Get set, go!
Well done, Angus.
And the winner is Angus!
Frustrated.
Can't learn without ticking. Can somebody take the batteries out?
Tell you what, I'm going to pull it apart. Come on! Come on!
Hey, pass me your chair. That's good.
I am a year 4 from Bickley on X Primary School, and I think today was very helpful, and thank you for running Children's Parliament.
I'm from year 4 from Bickley School. I've had lots of fun today thinking up new ideas for Tiverton.
I'm from year 5 and I go to St John's Catholic Primary School. Today we've learnt a lot of things, and I learned how important education is and how it can affect our future.
I'm a year 6 from Heathcote Primary School, and today I've learnt that you don't need things in common to work with people you don't know.
As a year 7 from Tiverton High School, you forget the difference between the primary schools and the high schools, and being here today has reminded me of that fact. Even though you've come from completely different schools, you've never met each other, and you don't necessarily like each other, doesn't mean you can't work in harmony. As I've done with this group today, I've had lots of fun, and I hope to do this again soon.
We're finished, thank you.
As you're funding the project, that's our winner. I don't know if you'd like to go.
Well, firstly, all of them got a decent number of votes. And personally, when I listened to all your presentations, I was quite clear that all of those projects have something about them that we could really do.
So we're going to pinch them.
And I sincerely hope that we do something along the lines of each and every one of your projects, because they were all good ideas and they're all worth following up.
be voting, and someone has to win. It's very sad. Anyway, in fourth place, we have the outdoor activities thing. Can I have a round of applause for those who We do have ways of doing that in the town, and we will take that idea up. I'm involved with the Adventure Playground, which is over near Two Moors Primary School, and which is open to everybody, and we'll see what we can do, looking at what you did and what you said to Amy, and we'll see what we can do at the Adventure Playground that is something along those lines. So, third from top came clean streets and chewing gum and a speaking bin. A round of applause for that one. Hands up those who brought that idea forward with the presentation. Well done, really, really good idea. That idea, I think some work may get done on that by the district council, who are the people who are responsible for bins and cleaning up around the town. And maybe on all of these things we might be able to work with the town council as well, with the mayor, Neil here. We'll see what we can do. Something will happen along those lines. In second place, with 20 glorious votes, is Rare Birds at the Canal. Hands up the bird watchers. Yeah, Banbridge, bird watchers, yeah, you've got your number. Okay, that's fine. Now, we may not be able to actually necessarily transport wild birds out of the wild and put them exactly where we want to have them. However, I'm the vice chairman of the canal this year, and the chairman is sitting over there, Councillor Kevin Wilson. And we will think very carefully about what you said, because we're opening a new visitors centre up there at the canal towards the end of this summer. And we'll see what we can do about encouraging people to understand the wild birds who are already there. So, for example, perhaps some pictures by young people to go along with the explanatory signs that will be up at the canal. Those pictures could encourage young people to see what's already there, and that would be about bird watching. So hopefully that's going down the right route. And last, and therefore first, some cheesy grins coming from people from the high school down the back there, very interesting. This is the one about graffiti in the high street, in a good way. So, round of applause for the people who came up. In terms of making this work, there are some things we might need to move around and do, but I think that's a good idea that we can make work. For example, we have the youth service working down at the youth centre who can help facilitate the doing of the graffiti art. They already do graffiti art, as you know, down at the youth centre on their wall. We have charity shops in the centre of the town who already sell things, and I suspect we can do something that would allow you to sell graffiti work using their front desks without having to create a whole new shop and employ a lot of extra people, making it expensive. And I suspect that some of the landlords in town would like something to put in their empty windows, because there are a couple of empty shops in town. And I notice a representative nodding sagely from the business community over there. So I think we can make something work along those lines, and together with the town council, who are the people who care the most about what goes on in the town, we will try and make that work. So every single one of your ideas is going to go somewhere. Everything that you've said has been listened to. Okay, and that makes what you said important and worth listening to. Thank you ever so much. One personal word. Both my daughters went through the high school. They both came through Heathcote Primary School. They enjoyed every minute of the high school. They did really, really well there, and you'll enjoy it too. Okay? Thanks very much, everybody. And give yourselves a round of applause.
Questions that you'd like to ask our young people, or indeed if any of you guys have anything that you'd like to ask these people. And it is your chance. You don't often see such an array of important, distinguished people all gathered together. So here's your chance. Put them on the spot. What would you like to ask your councillors? Is there anything you'd like to ask them? Yeah, go on.
Why do you think there's these big medal things?
Right, so somebody who's wearing a big medal thing.
Why wearing a medal?
Is that me in particular you might be aiming that question on? And maybe Brenda here, who's got something as well, and Tom's got a small medal. But I'm wearing this because I'm currently the mayor of Tiverton, and the mayor of Tiverton has a chain of office, which is this wonderful, and it's made from gold. So it's therefore worth rather a lot of money, and it's all rather unique. But it's a wonderful chain, and Tiverton's very lucky, I think, because Tiverton has a very impressive chain. When mayors get together and you see mayors wearing their different chains, it's quite interesting to see the different designs and what they're like. But I think in Tiverton we're very lucky because we've got one that's particularly nice to look at, good quality. It's made from gold, quite heavy as well. And obviously I have this item here, which is sometimes referred to as the jewel. Other people refer to it as the gong, and you would have noticed earlier that I was just, as it comes off, I was wearing it on just a bit of silk around my neck. So that's why I've got this particular chain of office, and it also has on here the names of previous mayors going back to about 1860. Now my name's not on there yet, and I've been told that the current mayor's name doesn't go on there until after he's finished his term of office, in case he disgraces himself during his term of office. So,
time enough.
I haven't got long to go.
I'm the chairman of Mid Devon District Council. Mid Devon District Council has only been in being since 1974, so I don't have quite such an impressive chain, I'm afraid. But nevertheless, it's slightly shorter today because it's had to go to the jewellers to have a few bits of remedial work done on it. But Mid Devon District Council covers a whole large area of 350 square miles, and it covers 62 parishes, so we do a slightly different thing to the town council. We look after the whole area. I won't take quite so long. Yours is very interesting.
How much is your chain worth, Mr. Mayor? You said a lot of money. How much is it worth?
I think I think for insurance purposes it's valued at something like $250,000.
Right. Very interesting.
Yeah. Don't put that in the press.
Has anybody got the other guess?
In Pupils Park, recently, well, not very recently, but the zip wire in the park, someone has ripped the seat off it. Well, I don't know how it happened, but there is no seat on it, so it's unusable. I mean, I was just thinking that maybe something can be done about that if it hasn't already been reported.
We get that sorted?
Yeah, we'll take that back.
Yes, yeah, we can take that back to Parks Department.
Thank you. Has anybody got? Yes. When will the graffiti shop be open, do you think?
I think after today, we'll probably have to have a meeting with everyone that will be involved in getting this project up and running. And what we'll do is we'll feed back through your schools to let you know what's the progress on that.
Yeah, if I could just ask that those who've been directly involved today, that their email addresses are collected so that the school communicates with the right young people.
Yeah, we've got to register.
Exactly, because you'll want to know, and it won't happen in 5 minutes because there are a number of different people to deal with. But yeah, we will do it.
Any other questions? Yes.
My grand's friend owns a charity shop in town, so maybe if you bring the pieces of artwork from the graffiti shop down to there, you might be able to sell them there.
It's been a wonderful day. And I think, having spoken to so many of you, watched you at lunch, seen you in your activities, total engagement in the process, refreshing, without any background, without any moaning, without any partisan ideas. And I think this is expressed, for me, all the good things about a community. Because a community lives together. They work together. They talk, they share, they disagree. They have different ideas. Just like the votes. Somebody sadly said, when the great and the good got up to vote, they'll all vote the same thing, won't they? Why? Well, because they're from the council. Well, no. Because they're people, they're individuals, they're different. They're just like you. And just like you will be. Because if you keep talking and sharing and listening, you will be the adults in this community who will take their places. You may not want to be them, you may not want to be like them, you will be yourself. But you've made choices today which are very, very important, and I think very special. And our group of schools, the Tiverton Learning Community, wanted this to happen so that people would have the opportunity to practice choice. Because if nobody lets you make a choice, you never know how to make one. And when it comes to something important in your life, you've never been able to think. So the more that this happens, the more that you take part, the more that you take part, encourage, work with each other. Even if what you wanted wasn't originally the same, you can find something that you share together and that helps you deal with change, helps you plan for the future, and helps you be successful. Because that's all any of us want. For you, for our children, for our families. And I hope you've really enjoyed today. Thank you so much, all of you, who put it together, all the hard work. It's really been brilliant. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. That's the end of today. You're in charge of all the students. You can take one when you guys. Thank you very much for bringing me.
What are we doing now?
so it ought to be there. It is going to go on the website, and you'll also be able to
Sorry,
children's